Well, good afternoon, everyone. So I found a really unbelievable company with just another unbelievable stock dividend. I mean, this one was so unbelievable, I had to break out the old dollar sign glasses because, like, just going forward, like, that's all I can see with it is dollars and more dollars. So this one that we're going to talk about today is called ZIM, ticker symbol ZIM, and I've talked about it before, but it has a dividend that you just wouldn't believe. And some of you may have read the thumbnail already saying over 100%. What you're going to see on Yahoo is actually not 100% right now, but it was at one time, and I'm going to show you just how unbelievable this was. So right now we're getting $16.95 on 23.58, which is 72% actually after it dropped yesterday. But at one point, so this stock is like 2 years old, I want to say. It debuted in early 2021, so it's about 2 years old. It peaked at 84.50 a share. But if we go into the historical data and actually look at the dividend history, you all are not going to believe historically what this is paid, like the trailing 12-month average. You all aren't going to believe it. So I might need to go back a little further, actually, because they did cut it because the stock, it's fallen probably, it's like a quarter of what it was worth when it was like $84. So, and let me see, did I apply this? For some reason, oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So we're going to include this March dividend in our example, even though the month of March just ended. We're going to go $17 plus 285 plus 475, and then we'll even add the November one in here too, 295. So that's $27.55 in dividends off of 23.58. So what does that tell you? This stock actually paid more in dividends than what the stock is currently trading at because of that $17 dividend. But now if we factor the $17 dividend out, we've still got 285, 475, and 295 because obviously those weren't sustainable. So right now our last three, if we divide that because it pays quarterly, so divide that by 3 times by 4, we get $14 divided by 23.58. So Yahoo's actually still projecting it higher than what I'm saying. But you can see here how we would arrive over the last year at basically an over 100% stock dividend payout. So 17 again plus 285 plus 475 plus 295, 27.55 divided by 23.58 is like 117% dividend return. So now I promised some of those of you that were following, I promised that I would do this video today because today is, let's see, how far are we in? I've only got one live viewer. Well, I'll just keep going. But anyway, so ZIM. So I'm just going to keep talking about ZIM, hoping more of you might pop on here live. I know I'm kind of early. I usually don't do videos this early, but figured I'd get it out of the way today. So yeah, that's that as far as the dividends. Let me just keep these added up here because I don't want to come back to this screen again, even though I like looking at it. I mean, it's nice to see a dividend this high, 295. So that's $27.55. I've got to remember that, 27.55. If I say it a couple times, I'll remember it. Off of 23.58. So we go to the summary, the fund summary, and 1 year target estimate's lower. But the dividends are still being paid on it, and this is an Israeli company, but they just beat earnings the last 2 quarters, even though they only missed it 1 quarter. The earnings projections are actually way lower than the last few quarters. If you're tracking with me here on the Yahoo Finance screen for the one person that's watching right now, and then the next earnings are coming out May 15th, so they could beat the earnings, and who knows, the stock could go up. But for now, the stock itself hasn't performed too well. PE ratio is actually dirt cheap. If you look at this, I've never seen a PE ratio this low. I mean, that's awesome. Earnings per share look really good. So, I mean, this company, they are making money, and I mean, they're still paying out a nice dividend, and it's actually going to pay in 3 days, April 4th. So you'll have that in your wallets for those of you that hold ZIM. I don't know if any of you actually hold ZIM. A lot of you've kind of jokingly talked about that. So you can probably detect the drift of this video. But yeah, I mean, $6.40, which is coming April 4th. Now, if I just, let me see. So I have this over here. If I just annualize this, $6.40, let's see, 640 times 4, then guess what? We're right back where we were. We're at 25.60 per share, which is still more than 100% payout. That's like 109% payout times the 23.58. Yeah, 25.60. So, I mean, this is really phenomenal. You have to admit, I mean, you hardly ever find that anywhere. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet here, and we picked up some more live viewers. Glad to see. So back to the spreadsheet here. And let's see here. I'm going to share this screen, the untitled spreadsheet. So the last one we just talked about yesterday, we had some really good ones that we discussed yesterday that I was even blown away at the performance of, which was OARK. But this one is going to really blow it away. Let me see if I have this in here. I don't think I do. Actually, yeah, I haven't put ZIM in here yet, so we're gonna get to put it in today. It's gonna be fun. So ZIM. Sounds like a meditation or something. ZIM. All right, ZIM amount. So our $1 million, we're in this example, we're gonna put $1 million into ZIM, which, if you all haven't figured out by now, is a total April Fool's move. Because I mean, would we really put $1 million into ZIM? No, but I just want to do this just to illustrate this example. So we're gonna have fun with this. All right. So at the current price of what was it, 16? I'm sorry, 23.58. So $1 million divided by 23.58, 42.409. We're gonna center this, and then I'm going to do two dividend scenarios. So I'm going to take the $17 from a year ago, which that makes it $27.55. Okay. And then the dividend we just came up with, the $25.60, which is the 640 times 4. Wow, good memory, huh, coach? So 640 times 4, that's $25.60. So in both of these scenarios, we're over 100% dividends. So watch this. This is going to be ridiculous. 27.55 times 42,409. You would make on your $1 million. Survey says 1,168,367.95. And if you made that much, you would just be like they do on the, you'd be really making it rain, right? Or at least you think you would. So if this example held, like if this dividend, hey, if we get a quarterly dividend of 640 every 3 months, then this example would be true. Like they say in economics, all else equal. Do I think it will be? Probably not. Geez, I got money all over the floor here, or prop money, should I say. It looks so real. But you know how you tell, you just hold it up, and when you don't see that second face, you know it's not real. But sure looks real. But ZIM, like I say, the joke with ZIM, it is real, and it's in Israel. So with this scenario, so we had the best one for first. We're supposed to save the best for last. But this scenario, you're also going to make over $1 million on your money, which is just ridiculous, really. But hey, it's fun. This is fun. So $27.55 divided by 23.58 is an error, of course. 27.55 divided by 23.58 is, we'll format this in percentage format. That's 116% in dividends. And then our second example here, 25.60 divided by 23.58 is, come on, 25.60 divided by 23.58 is, it's going to be like 109%, which is going to be here. So, all right. I'm gonna do the compound interest tab too. This is fun. And the funny thing is, who knows? This dividend could stay the same for a year, and this example could have ended up being true. If this is true a year from now, I'll go back and I'll reference this video and I'll say, hey, look, this was an April Fool's video, but it turned out to be true all along. So, all right, $1 million. We're going to take our best example. So $1 million times, math gets a little more fun here because when you have 100% returns, you've got to do 2.1684. You're more than doubling your money. So in year one, you've more than doubled your money. Now watch this. We'll go 5 years. Year two, here's year two. You're at almost 5 million with this return. Year three, you're at 10 million. Year four, we're not even at year 5 yet. We're at 22 million. Wow, how about that? And then 47 million just in year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll stop there. I'd be more than happy with 47 million. But that's what could be possible with ZIM. All right, we got 4 live viewers. I think so. Okay, I'll do your comment first. I just saw it. I don't know. You tell me if, and it's an April Fool's video, but just look at the screen. So if you put $1 million that you saved up or that you found on the ground somehow, or you somehow you have $1 million in this example, right? All realities are possible. Think about that. In some reality, have $1 million, and just for this example's sake, you put it into ZIM. So you started with $1 million. You doubled your money in 1 year. I don't know. Do you think you can retire on that? I don't know what your expenses are, but for me, I certainly could. And not only that, but I could entertain all of you fine folks with more videos. Because once I retire, I'll go all into this YouTube thing. And heck, who knows, make $1 million in ad revenue on here. I'm way away from that for now, but I'll get there one day. One day it'll happen. So, all right. And then we've got Jose Guzman here. How are you doing? Double taxes. Yeah, I've heard some rumblings about double taxes too, but I'll just leave the taxes out of this example for now. But you know what? If you're making this kind of money over here on the screen, taxes aren't a big deal. So, and on April Fool's Day, all realities are possible. I just had to do this video. I mean, like I said, right now, like if you're looking at this, that's what the dividend is right now. If you look at Yahoo Finance, $6.40 in column C129, $6.40 times 4. You see the percentages here, in A129 and A130. It's A-okay to me. And so yeah, I mean, in 5 years, like if you had this ridiculous dividend return, yeah, Israel, you're right. Israel taxes foreign taxes. Oh, yeah, there's definitely a dividend trap on this one. This is, we're having fun today. This is the April Fool's video. So, because I see a lot about ZIM. Yeah, it's definitely what you would call a dividend trap. So yeah, and the taxes. If somebody can find the tax information, I'll talk about it while we're going. YouTuber doesn't have $1 million. Well, hey, we all start somewhere. Every YouTuber. Okay, if you look at Mr. Beast, he's got his first ever video up. He's like the #1 YouTuber now. And if you look at him, his first video, he filmed it just like any average person would. Like if any of you went and started a channel today, and look where he is now. So sometimes it takes time. I mean, it could take like 5 years. Yeah, I know. I'm underachiever, right? But at least I have my fake money here to think about it. And like I said, I don't know if some of those of you caught this, but the famous Jim Carrey story, the American actor, that he wrote himself a check for $10 million because he decided that's what he wanted. So, and then his first acting gig, he got $10 million exactly. So let me see if I can hold this up to the screen here without doxing myself too much. So I did the same thing. I wrote myself a check for $10 million. We'll see how it goes. He is. Oh, you're right. I don't know how I didn't know that, but see, that's why I kind of like forgot that, but that must be why I mentioned it, because I know I have some Canadian audience, and that makes the example even better, doesn't it? So let's see here. Have I got this in my portfolio? No, I don't. So this is an April Fool's video. We're just having fun with this. But like I'm saying, I'm showing actual dividends, so it's uh partial fun, partial reality. So I that's what I said I would do. I mean, for those of you that have been following, I said because I got some comments asking about ZIM, and I've done a ZIM video before, but I said, you know what? I'll cover it on April Fool's Day. But this isn't your typical April Fool's video because, like I said, what I showed here, if you go to Yahoo Finance, like this is what the dividend actually is. If you annualize the dividend, 640 times 4 is 2560. And if you go back to last March when it was paying a $17 dividend, now that was when the stock was like 84 or something a share. But if you take that, let me see here. Um, yeah, okay, so I covered that one. Is it a dividend? Hey, that's a great observation. You know what? If your P&L is green, nothing's a trap. There's nothing that's a trap about green, you know. I mean, that's yeah. Oh, you're buying it? How much are you going to buy? Let's see here. Lots of good comments coming in here. Investing in JEPI 40,000 for 25 years. That's the same. That's $1 million. I know that already. That's $1 million based off of 40-cent dividends a month. Yeah, I can figure that out. So you're talking about building up to 1 million. I can do that one because I haven't talked about JEPI in a while. 212 pi. What is that? Is that an account or is that like your like custom portfolio? I mean, hey, sounds good. Like, knock yourself out. I showed you here. I'll go back to some fundamentals here for those of you that joined a little late. Um, looking at Yahoo Finance. Um, yeah, well, see the 52-week range. It's been dropping, so it's like looking at a roller coaster coming down. Like 52 weeks ago, we were here. We were actually, if you zoom out further, we were here. So we're kind of coming down, but we're going to stabilize at some point and then probably go back up. So going back to Yahoo Finance here, if you just look at the fundamentals here, just some key ratios that I look at. This isn't a total joke. So I didn't totally make a joke out of this. Like there's some reality to this. Like I said earlier, PE ratio is the lowest I've seen for a stock. Earnings per share, 37.69. So they're earning money. The 1-year target estimate isn't far off from where it's closing at right now. The ex-dividend date, it just closed $6.40. Market cap. I mean, there's some possible validity to this. If I look at the financials, I haven't done this in a while, but I'll actually go and look at their earnings. Let's see here. So they're showing all the way back to 2019, even though they've only been public since 2021. So you can see this was like a very rapid growth. The revenue like 3 or 4x in a very short time between 2019 and 2021. And I think for some reason the pandemic accelerated. And you can see trailing 12 months. Cost of revenue, just like with any company that explodes in growth, cost of revenue always goes up so fast with the revenue. That's always the problem, especially with these small cap companies. Cost of revenue follows. You want to keep your cost of revenue and expenses as low as you can, but those tend to shoot up as the revenue grows. That's what hurts small cap companies a lot. Gross profit. I mean, just look at 2019 versus 2022, or even take 2020 versus 2022. Operating expenses went up as well. Operating income. You see other pre-tax income, tax provision. Here's your tax information here on the balance sheet or the income statement. Diluted net income available to common stockholders. You see that went up a lot. Basic per share, diluted earnings per share. And what else? Total operating income, total expenses, net income is what we want to see. I know we're bottom line people. EBIT, EBITDA, all of this, net income. I mean, there's some solid things to see on here. There's some solid things, on here. Let's see. So yeah, I covered that one. It's actually, if you look a little further, I would say the range is like 50. No, it was like 84 at the peak, all the way down to 16. So yeah, that's a heck of a range. You're buying red every red day. Oh, so you're already buying it. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to the stock. I don't want to and I'm not advising anything, but I don't want to push anything too outlandish unless it's half jokingly, like kind of in the context of a April Fool's video. But it can't really be an April Fool's video because I mean, there's no fools on this channel. Let's be honest. So let's see here. Uh, I might buy more JEPI on the divvy out date this week. Oh, you mean like the ex dividend date? Walgreens price to earnings ratio is negative. Yeah, I don't understand that. Walgreens used to be, um, I think they went Canadian actually. They had a different ticker symbol and all of that. But yeah, I mean, Walgreens has been a solid company. It used to be one of the like good to great companies. Used to be really solid stock. So I don't know what's going on there. I used to have CVS stock, their competitor. Let's see, containers shipped 20K at the highest, now shipping less than 5K. Hence the huge volume on ZIM. Jose Guzman thinks ZIM is hugely undervalued. Well, good for you. I hope you're right. I have a degen pie. This is going in there. That's funny. Did you just come up with that? Um, what was the number 212 though? Like, where did you get the number 212 from? That's funny. Good comments today. Anyone else have anything? Because I'm not going to go too long here. Just remember the Jim Carrey trick with the $10 million. Envision it, and it's already yours, right? Or so they say. We'll see. I'll keep you all posted on how it goes. But I just hope of that 10 million, I hope a lot of that comes from YouTube and books and business ventures and all of the above. Legit business ventures, let's just say. Uh, oh, is it? Is this for real? Like it's actually called Degen? Like if I created a trading platform, the name Degen wouldn't be the first name that would come to mind. I don't know how I don't know how many people would sign up for something. I mean, not to say, I mean, if you sign up for that, good for you. But the name DGen isn't the most appealing name for a trading platform, in my opinion. A trading 2112, but what does the number 212 mean? That's what I'm not understanding. So yeah, M1 Finance is good. I signed up for. There's a couple of other ones. There's one called Tasty Works. There's another one. I think I put like $250 with them. It's just called 212 Trading. Okay. But I mean, is it like an account type? I mean, I just think that number has to mean something. Um, oh, you're the DGen, or one pi is anyway. Okay, but I mean that can't be the actual name. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna Google that. Yeah, I'll check it out. Trading platform should be called D Money. No, how about like Mo Money, like Mo apostrophe money? Because we want more money. We don't want anything like D is like taken away, or I guess the money like is of money, right? If you're like Spanish or whatever. Um, yeah, okay, I'll check it out. You want to post the link to it here? I can actually pull it up right here. If you do that real quick, if you do that in the next like 30 seconds, I'll pull it up here and I'll look at it. I need to pick some of my money up off the floor. Some of my fake money, like when they spin, a wheel of fortune, they spin the wheel and they land on money. Ideally, you want to land on that $1 million, but it's all probabilities, right? So, all right, it's back in hand now. It's funny because, like I say, this stuff it looks so real. If you just were to leave it laying around somewhere, like people would think it's real. So, but yeah, nice to have. I mean, you see a lot of YouTubers do this, and I can tell you they're not showing real money. I mean, some of them might, but I will say one thumbnail, I actually did use some real money in one. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but I did use real money in one. It's a real picture. So let's see here. Okay, trading 212. I don't have the link still, so I would show it, but I don't have that link yet. Out of curiosity, do you buy lottery tickets? You know what's funny? I like how everybody plays lottery when the jackpot is so much higher because it's like somehow the jackpot being bigger, somehow increases your odds of winning. I don't know how that is, but that's like what the conventional wisdom is, you know. So, and what cracks me up, like when I do play lottery, because I don't know why, but I tend to do that too. Like if I see a huge Powerball, I'm like, you know what, I'll go ahead and play. But you probably should play when it's smaller, when it's getting less media attention, because like for me, if I were to win the lottery, I don't want all the media attention. Like I want to hit a small jackpot and like nobody knows. That's what I would want. But the big one, like I know there was some lady in my home state hit the lottery and she hit the huge jackpot and like they found out her name and stuff, where she bought the ticket and all that. Because when it's that big and there's that much attention, somebody's going to find out. You know, that's the thing. So still investing or a game of chance? Ah, flip a coin. You know, on a day like today, sometimes it's a game of chance. Like my UPRO options trades, which by the way, those worked out for me. I actually, well, I was going to hold them longer, but I got out of them, took like a $500 gain instead of. I mean, if the S&P was really doing this, which watch it now, it might, because that's what happens. I get out after I got out yesterday. It actually, I probably would have made a couple hundred more bucks if I would have held on. But when you're in like that, you kind of get anxious. It's like, do I want to? Because the market can move fast. Like that one fluctuated on me. In the same day, I was down $800, and the same day I was up 500. So by the time the market went way up, I was I was up and I'm like, you know what, let's just cash in the chips. But with those, like with one like that, because I think I had 30 contracts, I mean, that could have made several $1,000s. And what I'm going to do this time with that UPRO is, and you could say, game of chance or investing, it's risky. But I do think with the UPRO, if I was to do like a leap option, like a 2025 expiration, that's what I might do because I'm pretty certain in that time frame within the next 2 years that the UPRO is going to really do this because I think that especially in the next year or so, the S&P I think is going to do this. So a 3x indexed or levered ETF, when the S&P is doing this, the 3x ETF is doing this. It's like way more. So okay, you put the link up. Maybe it's actually on the comments on YouTube. So let me look at that real quick. Let's see. Let me look at my comments here because it's not showing in the StreamYard. Oh, I got a comment on my last video. Oh, one of my commenters started a channel. I can see if it's a red YouTube icon. Um, Somebody started the channel. So where's your comment? Because the last comment I'm seeing is from Rob Smith on last video that I did. So where's the link then? I'm looking for it. Okay, I'm on YouTube. Let's try this again. Published. All right, let me look at this. Let me go to, I'll go to my back office end here. I'll look at the YouTube studio. Let's see. Where are we? It says 0 comments. So, all right, let's try again. Can you just paste the link in the StreamYard session? That'd make it a lot easier. Oh, well, maybe I'll scroll up. Maybe I missed it. Let me see. Did I miss it? Okay, I see trading 212. I guess I'll just Google this. Trading 212 app. I've never heard of this. Is this oh, here it is. Commission free investing for everyone. Okay, so I'm going to show this now. So how confident are you in this trading platform? You think this is a really good one? Because I don't like to push anything that's like scammy or like a joke. I've never looked into this, so I'm not saying it is, but if you think it's good, I'll talk about it. So all right, I'm gonna pull it up. I just Googled it. Let me see. Let me see if you said something yet. Okay, so this is trading 212, like investing 101 plus 110, I guess. Yeah. So okay, commission free investing for everyone. Trading 212. I guess I'll accept cookies. It's got a decent rating. Oh, British pounds. Open an account. CFDs. So is this like outside of the United States? Let me see here. Invest in Stocks, forex, indices, and more. Okay, so interesting. All right, I showed that. I've never heard of it, but no April Fools. So this was only like a partial April Fools, but this is a no April Fools. So, all right. So I showed that. Went for about a half hour. That's about all I have today, unless anyone has any other comments. Really enjoyed this. Good session. Thank you all for tuning in. Happy April Fool's Day again. Uh, all stocks. Okay, good. You can trade all stocks. So, yeah. Again, please remember to. Oh, look here. So, see, you're all caught up just in time. It's funny because I was trying to find Mr. Hector's comment on the link, and I went into YouTube and I just saw your comment from the last video I did. So I'll look at that one and address that in a bit. But I was just wrapping this one up on ZIM. I think TSLY might be a better investment than ZIM. But ZIM, this was kind of like a half partial April Fool's joke. But you'll watch the video over again and you'll see there are some positives about ZIM. So I do like that one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, glad you all like that, or all the videos. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you all for tuning in again live. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much. And yeah, retire tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. Retire tomorrow. Retire. When they ask me when I want to retire, anybody, they ask me, I say as soon as possible. And most people aren't used to that answer. They say, they kind of just there's this pause, like you want to retire. Well, yeah, I mean, more people should say that. That's the answer. You want to retire as soon as possible, right? Unless you love what you do. I mean, that's the goal. You want to love what you do. But, you want to be able to retire as soon as possible, I would think. At least I do. I mean, my answer's not going to be, oh, 30 or 40 years. Oh, yeah, I want to keep on, grinding at work for 30 or 40 years. No, 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 I don't. Let's see here, getting some more comments. Thanks, anybody. Enter like I did, Israeli government. Yeah, we were talking about tax ramifications earlier. Yeah, cheers. And yeah, congrats to you. Thank you for your service. Uh, good for you. So anyway, uh, 12 years. Yeah, for me, I mean, 5 to 10 years would be ideal. The faster this channel grows, the faster I get there. So you all that watch, you could help me with that. Keep watching and spread the word, help the channel grow. I have a book coming too. I'm actually publishing a book. So my channel THB, the logo. I'm gonna call it, and I guess I get some live feedback here. I'm gonna call the book the THB method, and I'm gonna go into all the strategies that I've used to help me to get to where I am. Because I feel like I want to. I'm writing a book because I know a lot of stuff that most younger people don't grasp about money, and I think it would be a good thing. Like if I publish this book and it gets read, I think that would be a good. I think it's going to be a really good book, and I'm growing here on YouTube, so I'm going to use my following on YouTube. I'll have the book published on Amazon. Plug the book on here. I expect to have that out like by September, but I'm probably like 50 pages, 20 to 50 pages into it. But that's the goal. Anyway, okay, went a little longer, got overtime today, so thank you all again. Have a good one. Take care.